I am back. I am back for, what do I want to call it? Session 2, round 2, video 2, production 2. I don't know. But I am back in Stamp and Shine with Julie Salva. It's a good thing. I am Julie Salva. So it's a good thing that I am here. So we have round 2. I've got 2 more cards that I'm going to make for you. So this is Stampin' at Lunchtime. Should have kind of rethought that. Hi again, Carla. I am not going to eat my lunch here with you guys because there would be nothing worse than me like smacking and making a card and getting something in my teeth and all that stuff. So, but you guys could have your lunch if you want to. I hope you had a good lunch. What did you have for lunch? What's your favorite lunch? If this is going to be Stampin' at Lunchtime, hi Christine. What's your favorite lunch? Favorite lunch? I will go back to when I was a kid. And mine, I love grilled cheese. I still love grilled cheese. And like, I like the fancy grilled cheese. My daughter-in-law Jackie makes an amazing fancy grilled cheese. My mom made it on white bread with Cracker Barrel cheese and mayonnaise and butter on the outside. I still love that. So a grilled cheese. So anyway, I digress. So you did not come here to hear me give you culinary tips. I don't think. If anyone needs culinary tips, I do know how to make 4 things relatively well. But that's the end of it. Mark is the better cook in our family. So anyway, you'll see Fiona's tail. She's just come up. Oh, Betty, leftover spaghetti. Okay, Betty Spaghetti. I'm going to tell you something. I think spaghetti and pizza are better on day 2. I really do. I think they're better on day 2. Okay, Fiona, you can go under the table if you want, but Mama's working. Are you going to help? So anyway, all right. Are you ready? Please, you guys, look at this. Please look. Hi, Fiona. You're on the camera. Say hi. Hi. This is my working condition most of the time. Ooh, chili and chips. That's good. All right, I'm going to move the camera. Fiona, sit down. Okay, I'm going to move the camera. I'm going to stand up, and I'm going to get to stamping. I've got 2 what I think are pretty good cards for you guys today. And they're all going to show you something that you may not know I offer. Okay, so let me move the camera up. Hello, Celie. She is a pretty girl. She is. Mama always needs help. It's just true. And we will, there we go. You guys, I'm telling you what now, this isn't a bad gig I got going here. Let me get a little bit different light coming over. Since it's an overcast day. Okay, I would like you to know that what I just did to try to get light did nothing. But anyway, okay, I'm here. I'm here. So let's stamp. I want to start off with, I'm going to start off with a card that I just like, okay? Now this card features the countryside. Remember I talked about it last time? The, what do I do with it? Oh, no, that's not it. Anyway, oh, here it is right here in my container. It features the Country Flowers stamp set. So you guys have probably seen some super cute things with this. I am going to show you a little bit of a fun fold. In fact, both the cards this session have a little bit of a different thing. You know, fun folds don't have to be big, super duper scary kind of things. They can just be something that's like a little bit different. In fact, one of my most popular videos on my YouTube channel, in fact, the most popular video I ever did, was a fun fold video. It's called The Easiest Fun Fold in the World. And you guys, that joker went viral. I don't even know how it went viral. I don't know what happened for it to go viral. But what I do know is that it went viral. And here's the thing. It was upside down the whole time. It was upside down. So I got posts from people who were like, did you know your video's upside down? Did you mean to do it that way? I'm like, no, I didn't mean to do it that way. And then sometimes I got posts from people that were kind of like, all you got to do is just take a minute and learn how to do it the right way. And I'm like, well, thank you for that kindness. Okay, look good. I'm glad that you're here. But I just started, finally I was like, you know what? I'm new. I'm not great at tech, but I'll get better. And people were really kind with that, you know? So anyway, okay, so a fun fold that is not really tricky. So first of all, my base is going to be 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and it's the basic beige. You see how right now, like, it looks a little more green to me than it did at 9 this morning. I think, you know, that we're at a different time of day. The sun is shining in the window different. But anyway, basic beige is the background. And again, just 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Then I've got a piece of Misty Moonlight. That's going to be a matte for me. And that piece is 3 1/4, boom, boom, by 4 1/4. And again, when I'm done, I'll put these dimensions in the description for you. Then another piece of Basic Beige. This is 2 1/2 by 3 1/2. 2 1/2 by 3 1/2. And then I have 2 pieces of the matching Country Flowers DSP. I guess this is country, well, I don't know, Country Flowers. Anyway, so I got this side, which I love, and this is the same DSP that I used on the Session 1 card. By the way, some of you guys are new. You weren't here for Session 1. So let me take a brief minute and show you what we made in Session 1. So we made this card featuring the In the Moonlight stamp set with just a pretty easy fun fold. We talked about how even if the fun fold doesn't impress us, the person who gets the card is going to be like, oh, how neat. That's super neat, because Hallmark didn't open like that. I'm going to tell you that right now. And then the other card, I showed you how to use DSP that you may have and get rid of it. Just a very simple card using the Simply Said new stamp set. Just a simple card. But I know you guys have stacks and stacks of DSP. And so this is a great way to get rid of it. So anyway, those were the 2 that we did in video 1. So now video 2, let me go on. So again, this is cut to 3 by 6, and I'm actually going to use both sides. So when you pick your DSP, you want to make sure, and if you're new, DSP is just Designer Series paper. If you're new, you want to make sure that you pick sides that you like both sides of them, that it does what you want it to do. So there's that. And then again, I cut a piece of 2 inches by 5 1/4, same paper. Doesn't have to be the same paper, but it is. So anyway, that's what I've got going. Now, you guys know I do not like to big shot on camera. It shakes. It just, for me, it doesn't work good. I'm not good at it. So I don't do it. But what I have done here is using this stamp set, okay, Country Flowers. I have already stamped on Basic Gray the little bucket and cut it out. Side note, the die cut cuts out that center right there. So that's pretty nifty. So I cut the bucket out, and then I stamped my flowers, and I cut that out too. There's a die for that. So I cut that out too. So that has been done ahead of time. And then finally, remember I told you guys I love the Nested Essentials dies. Nested Essentials and Stylish Shapes, my 2 favorites. This is Gray Granite, and so I cut that out using Nested Essentials. So I am ready to get to work with you guys. So let's put the card together first. I think you guys will enjoy that. So this is my base right here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this piece of 3 by 6 DSP. I want the more subtle side on the outside, and I'm just going to fold it in half. Now, I did this card for a mystery card with my team. We do the second Tuesday of the month. We have a Zoom meeting. I call it Craft and Create. We're only a few months into it because I kind of changed a lot of things around. I'm bringing some things back and all of that. And so this was a mystery project. I gave the dimensions. Hi again, Peggy. I gave the dimensions, and then they had to make the project. Now, the tech stuff on my team side, we're still working on that, but it's coming together. So anyway, so I'm folding this in half. Gonna put adhesive on the back, some of my Stampin' Seal. Come on. Okay, good. And I'm gonna put that on the Misty Moonlight. Okay, so this is gonna go just like that. Now, right now, you may be like, not impressed, Julie, not impressed. You're going to be. I have told you guys time and time again, you must be patient with me because it all comes together. I wish you could have seen me because I was doing a little hip action then, like it all comes together. I am going to take the 2 by 5 1/4 inch piece, put some adhesive on this side because I want the contrast to show. You guys know, if you've seen me before, you know I do not mind mixing up a pattern. I am not scared of that in the slightest. I like to do it. So I'm going to have that there. This is going to go here. So look at this. I mean, it is just coming together so nicely. Okay. This right here, this little piece of Basic Beige is going to be my inside. What is happening? Oh, you know what? It's a great teaching moment. I need to change out my Stampin' Seal. So if you're new to Stampin' Seal, let me show you how easy it is. It comes in a lovely plastic container like this. all you do is oh so easily, and by oh so easily, well, yeah, it was pretty easy actually. Okay, pop it out. I wish I could be on the clock. You'd be like, how long does it take to change out a Stampin' seal? Pop this open. Clearly I waste a little bit of seal. Pull this out. Okay, yeah, good. And throw that away into my trash can. Get rid of the glue booger that is on my finger. And then a nice, pretty Stampin' seal, ready to go. Just pop it right back in here. Put that on. Okay, so see, ready to go. Teaching moment. All right, and then kind of get it warmed up. There we go. Okay, so this is going in the inside here. This is where I'll do my sentiment, okay? So you can see the bones of the card. Look how quick and easy that was to put together. Easy, 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 easy. And you know what? You can call it a fun fold. Yeah, you had to change out your seal, Peggy. I never mind because I'm using the things that I buy. And that I think is so important to do. So that's an easy fun fold, but we got to make it pretty, right? I mean, it's fun. I mean, well, it's nothing. It's just the paper right now. So guess what? It's coloring time. Coloring time. So the colors that I am using are Misty Moonlight, Pool Party, and Petal Pink. Now you might say to yourself, Julie, that is an interesting combination. How did you do that? Well, I just looked at these colors and figured out whatever they used, that's what I'm using. Get into the package, Brenda. That can be tricky. So now here's how I use blends. If you've seen me before, you know that. So for those of you, I should have put it on Do Not Disturb. I didn't do that. For those of you who are like, I am really pretty good with blends. I'm pretty good with blends. I want you to take a break, go and watch some TV, do the laundry. No, don't do the laundry. You're having fun stamping with me right now. You do something other than watch me color with blends, because here's the thing. I am a very basic blends color. Love them. Love blends. Love them. But I'm not that much of an artist with it. I'm not that great at it. But I do think that I do the basics okay. So for those of you who are like, yeah, I'm not that great at blends either, let me give you my Julie Salva Blends Basics. All right. And listen, I know other people say different things, and I am certain that the other people who say the different things are not wrong. I mean, there are people who like have classes on how to color beautiful things with blends. Right now, somebody's thinking, Julie, you might should take that class. But anyway, what I do is I color with the lightest color first, and then I go in, some of you have heard me say this, and I kind of outline a little bit with the darker color. And I really only outline on one side. From what I've heard, it gives like some dimension and shading and shadows and whatnot. I don't know. I really don't know. But I feel like, you know, it could. You never know. What do you think? Who likes blends? Tell me if you're a blend person or not. And say, I love blends. Now I'm going to go in with the Pool Party here and put a little bit on the leaves. Who is my blend person? Where are my blend people? And tell me, do you like blends or do you like markers? I used to love the markers, and I still do. I mean, I feel sorry for the markers. It's kind of like we kicked them to the curb. But these blends are pretty awesome. They do a lot of stuff. Okay, so got a little bit there. And you can just see I'm easily coloring in just a little bit with the Pool Party of the leaf. Okay, so this was the lighter, and I'll put a little bit more right here. And now I'll go in with the darker. I will say, coloring with blends, Angelique, you like them? Yeah, me too. Coloring with the blends, to me, is very relaxing. I do like, oh, Betty, you need to try them. I like the sound. I know that's weird, but I don't know. It's just very, very relaxing. So I just, And here's the thing too, they end up, so what I'm doing right now is a little bit of the dark pool party. It ends up really pretty. See, here's the thing I think we need to remember, at least I need to remember, maybe you guys are better at it than I am. Paper is kind of, I talk about magic paper, and I kind of joke about it. Like if somebody comes to a class and they mess up, I'm like, oh, it's magic paper. You can just flip it over and you got a whole nother side. So I joke about that. But paper does some things, guys. Don't forget, paper has fibers in it. And so when you lay down some color on what it is that you're doing, guys, we're almost done with this. When you lay down the color, a little bling in one of those flowers, girl, come on now, come on. But when you lay down the color, it's gonna sink into that fiber. You just have to give it a minute. I don't know if you've ever been to a class or taught a class or anything like that, and somebody has said, is this the same color? Because when I stamp it, it looks darker. Well, I'm like, yeah, it's the same color. And they're like, really? Is it really the same color? I'm not trying to trick you, okay? I can barely handle the basics of this myself. But the reason that it changes up a little bit is simply because, okay, now I'm adding in my darker there. It's very subtle, especially on these light colors. It goes down into the fibers. And so let's not forget sometimes when we're like, it's not looking right. Just give it a minute. Give it a minute to let it do what it's gonna do. You know what I mean? So anyway, okay, so I am done coloring. Look, we made it through. We've made it through the coloring. Now, I want you to see this, okay? And I want you to see when I said I pulled the colors from the DSP. I mean, you can see now when you put them side by side that that's what I did. If you're like, I don't know what colors to use, guys, look at the back of a DSP packet. In fact, if you're on my email list, which you want to be on my email list, and up in the featured section, I have a link that you can use to get on that. I am going to send out a sheet that has all of the different colors that are in the Designer Series paper. Because in the new catalog, which I love, it doesn't say what those colors are. So that's something that I can do to help everybody out. So my email list is going to get that. So again, make sure you're on my email list. So I'm gonna go on and put my adhesive down on my pot here. We're almost done. You guys, this is a pretty easy card, okay? And I'm gonna just put that darker gray on the lighter gray. I love that contrast. Love it. But wait until you see, I mean, so right now, all of this is like, I don't know, Salva, you're not the best. Well, okay, clearly, but that, I never said that. That's not why you come here, okay? You come here to see a solid C+. That's what I am. That's what I'm going to say. Stamp and Shine with Julie Salva, a solid C+. I think that's pretty good, actually. Maybe a marketing motto. All right, so now, see, I put these up on DSP, on dimensionals. And look how pretty. Look how pretty that is, okay? I mean, country flowers. That one thing, adding those flowers there, just was like, oh, that was nice. So now I'm going to adhere this. And I know it pops off the top a little bit. That's okay. I want it to. I think that's more fun. Right here. Okay. Now, if you wanted, you could just leave it blank and make it say whatever you want. Brenda, you come to watch me play. That is so nice. But I want to put a sentiment on it, okay? There's several sentiments in this set. You have sympathy, best friend ever. Okay, I'm going to tell you what. In no way, shape, or form am I doing best friend ever, because I am going to tell you something. Oh, Michelle, you're my favorite. You're my favorite. There's no way I can stamp that straight, especially with you guys here. Okay, so that, you think I should try? I'm going to try. Okay, I'm going to try. Okay, expectations are low. Set the expectation low. But I am going to give you a tip that I learned. Okay, so the best friend ever. All right, when you have these photopolymer images like this, they can easily bend, okay? And you may be putting them on your block and you're like, oh, it can't stamp crooked. It's not your fault. It's not that you're stamping crooked. It's that it's slightly bent. So what I do is this. I'm like, okay, photopolymer stamp, we are going to play nice. And then I set it down. I like to use my silicone mat just because I love my silicone mat. Okay, now I'm not like doing anything. I just very gently set it down. Then I'm very gently, I'm going to press down and pick it up. just like that. So hopefully I haven't done anything that would make it bend, warp, anything like that, which would make it stamp crooked, because I don't want it to stamp crooked, okay? So I'm going to trim this down. I had it at 3/4 of an inch. It's just a white scrap at 3/4 of an inch. I'm going to take it down, since I changed my sentiment at the last minute. I'm going to take it down to 1/2 inch, okay? There we go. I think that will look better. Okay, here we go. Are we feeling it? Are we feeling good? Let's start right now with like, okay, Julie, you can do it. I'm going to use my foam pad underneath because I like it when I'm using photopolymer stamps. Okay, here we go. On our mark, get set, go. Small image, very delicate image. It's a very delicate pushing down. Take my finger and just press like that. Okay, it's a little bit crooked, but not too bad. Hold on, hold on. I'm going to my magic side. Okay, let's try it again. I would use that crooked side if I had to. Oh, you guys, look at that. Oh, man. Yay, yay, that's what I'm using. Okay, so here's the thing. This is like so easy. All right, now that I stamped it, I'm just going to take my ends and angle here. I am going to, yay, all the perfects. Oh, you guys. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Okay, I'm going to take dimensionals. I'm going to take 3 of them. I'm going to put, y'all, I have goosebumps. I have goosebumps inside me. See, I did that on purpose because, okay, I just got to tell you something now. I don't know if you're like me, but I'm like, oh, it's too hard. I can't do it. It's too hard. I can't do it. And I'm like, I'm not sending that message to my friends. Just because it's hard doesn't mean I can't try. And so that's what I did. And I did it because of you. All right, I'm taking that one out of the center because I'm going to tell you why. You'll see in a minute. Okay, here, I just put it somewhere else. There, on the floor is perfect. I want to stick it up under there. Oh my gosh, you guys. Oh, look at this. Best friend ever. Now, last thing I'm going to do. You know there are certain things, thank you guys, Kathy, I'm glad. There are certain things that I am always going to have around. One of them is linen thread. I do not like baker's twine. Do you guys like baker's twine? I don't know. Hi, Diana, that's okay. I do not like baker's twine. It's too loosey-goosey for me, but maybe you like it. And if you do, buy all the baker's twine, because I'm not. But I do like linen thread, but what I really like is to double up my linen thread. So, cut that, and I am just tying, oh my goodness, a linen thread bow. That looks good. It's good. There's going to be very little finagling to happen on this bow. Very little. You guys, I can't even tell you how happy I am right now. Okay, glue dot to hold down my beautiful non-finagled double linen thread bow. You know what? I'm going to just take a minute right now, and I want to talk to you. Okay. Look at that. Look at that. I feel like I was Wilford Brimley for a minute, like it was a commercial on TV. I'm going to take a minute and talk to you about whatever Wilford Brimley talks to us about. But I do want to take a minute and talk to you about one thing, adhesive, and I'm going to tell you why. On this card, if you were paying attention, I used 3 different adhesives. I used Stampin' Seal, I used dimensionals, and I used a glue dot. Guys, having a basic adhesive kit is so, thank you guys so much, is so important because different types of adhesive do different things. And you're going to see an example of that on my second card. So just trust me on that. Thanks, Dawn. So if you don't have a basic adhesive kit, let's talk about that, because I actually have one that I can send you, or you can order your own if you're a demonstrator, because it's super important to have your own, I think. All right, so there we go. There is card number 1. Now, remember, here's how it works. I'm going to show you these 3 because these are the ones we've done now. If you place a $40 order using the hostess code or host code, I will send you the pre-cut pieces for the card. They won't be stamped, okay? So hear me on that. They won't be stamped, but they'll be cut. I can't stamp. That's Stampin' Up's policy, okay? So that's 3 of them right now. And now I'm going to show you a 4th one. If you place a $60 order, I will throw in a pack of gems too. You know that dimensional I just tried to get rid of? I stepped on it, it's on the foot. Okay, next card. Next card also has a little bit of a fun fold to it, but again, fun folds don't have to be hard. Now, what do I say a lot of times? You're like, oh, Salva, you say so many things, it's hard to tell. Well, I say I'm not going to fight the ribbon. I say I'm not going to do big shotting on camera. I say I am not competent to use the green glue. And then I say this, let the paper do the work. Let the paper do the work. So look, this paper right here, Thoughtful Journey, you are going to fall in love with it. You're going to fall in love with it. So I want to make a card using it right now so you can see how beautiful it is. And then I'm going to tell you why I chose this, other than just the beauty of it. All right. Oh, Kristen, you totally got to get a $40 order together. I really think you should get the $60 order together, though. Okay, I know, Kristen, y'all, I can tease her like that. So, card number 4. Okay, so what I have done is I have taken Mellow Moss. Now, again, another type of fun fold, but it's not all, you know, like hinky folding it together and all that. It's just a different fold. What I have done on this fun fold is just cut my paper a little bit different. So I cut my paper down. I cut it to 5.5 by 7 1/4. Okay, 5.5, boom, boom, by 7 1/4. And then I scored it at 4 1/4. All right, so the base is our normal card size. The front, a little bit off, right? Wait until you see this. Y'all, I'm going to tell you something. I made this card up during our break. I had something else I was going to show you. And I was like, you know, I want to play with this. Wait till you see how easy it is. Okay. So I've chosen some of this paper. Now sit down. I hope you're not standing up while I'm doing this, because you will faint at the beauty of this. Look at that. Look at that. I mean, that is stunning. Stunning. So this is going on the front of my card. I'm going to have to trim it down just a little bit. We'll grab my ruler. Yeah, Trisha, yeah, I'm going to start over right now. Can you start over for me? Trisha, this is why I love you. You are just the best. You are so much fun. Can you start over yeah, we're going to do that. Rewind. All right. So I've cut this to 2 3/4 here by 5 1/4. Now look, when I cut it, I kind of cut strategically. So many times we cut our paper to get the most out of the piece of paper. But with paper this pretty, you might have to cut around a little bit to get the part that you want to show. And that's what I want. I want this part right here. Okay. Oh, it's amazing, Brenda. It's amazing. So I am going to cut that. Like I said, I cut that to 2 3/4 by 5 1/4. I can still get 2 pieces of it out of my DSP. So, I mean, it's 6 by 6, so that works. Okay. And I'm going to put that right on the front of this card. Okay. Now, I like a little bit of a contrast. So, I have also cut, you'll notice, this is a scrap I had. The back of it coordinates lovely. Now, I'm going to tell you, a lot of times in Stampin' Up! World, the back does coordinate really pretty with the front if you want to mix patterns up. That's one thing with this pack of paper. Sometimes it doesn't, okay? So you kind of have to play around with it. But in a way, like I'm going to show you, like this, I love. Is that not beautiful? I mean, it looks like light is coming off it. But if I wanted to flip it, I mean, it kind of coordinates, but it kind of doesn't. So you play around a little bit with it. But this piece absolutely does. So I got this piece of DSP. It makes me sad to put this on there because it's just so pretty. Okay? But that's okay. So I cut this down to, I think I cut it to 1 1/4 by 5 1/4. Well, let me see. I wrote the dimensions down. 1 1/2. 1 1/2 by 5 1/4. Okay. So we've got that. So that's the front. So that's very pretty. But I need to have that focal element. You know, when you plant flowers, and I don't know if any of you guys are gardeners. I am not a great gardener, but I love having pretty flowers. And when you have pots, they say you need to put a thriller, a spiller, and a something other that ends in er. I don't know what it is. But my point is there's 3 points, okay? The thriller, the spiller, and then the other er, the focal point. I think the card is the same way. While I like the paper to do the work, I need something that's going to like draw the eye in, for the eye to be like, oh, I see that. So I was playing around. I had this left over from a card, cut it out of. It's just crumb cake using the stylish shapes. You know I love that. And I'm like, that's going to work. So what I did is I have my crumb cake, and then I cut out, let me find them. I have my pieces here. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Oh, here it is. Okay. I cut out using, take a minute. Look at this glitter paper. Look at the glitter paper. Y'all, I cut out this image using the Thoughtful Wishes dies, and I did it out of the glimmer paper, which is beautiful. This glimmer paper, if you haven't seen it in the catalog, it has this petunia pop in it. It also has a beautiful green. It has petal pink and one more color. I can't quite remember what it is. But so I've got this. All right, so I'm gonna take that. Now, remember how I told you a minute ago about adhesives? So in a perfect world, I'm using my fine tip glue pen to glue this down. And if you look closely, you can see what appears to be tooth marks in the fine tip glue pen because it's stuck together. I'm gonna try it again. So I cannot get it loosened. So, I mean, I can get that whole thing loosened, but I can't get it loosened in the way it's meant to be. So I'm just gonna do this. I'm just gonna take a bunch of seal. Gently, gently, Salva. And just kind of put it on here. Now you can see, this is not nearly, gently, Salva, don't break it, don't break it. It's not nearly as effective as having the proper adhesive for this project. Got the job done, but not nearly as effective. That's my point and why you need to have a basic glue kit, basic adhesive kit. All right, so got that. Then I cut out using the Unbounded Love dies. I don't know if you guys have seen these. I'm going to show them to you. Using the Unbounded Love. Got a bunch of different dies. I do need the green glue. I would make such a mess, Kayla. I used this one, but really I'm going to show you how some of these other dies look in a minute. I've got some samples to show you. Okay, so using that, I cut out a little image. Where's all my stuff going, y'all? It's like flying all over, and I know I had that cut out. So, and I even had an extra. Hold on, please. Pause. Pause, please. Okay, you know what's going to have to happen? And I hate for it to, but it's going to have to happen. I got to run over to my other room and big shot this because I don't know where it went to. Okay, talk amongst yourselves. Hi, Antoinette. Talk amongst yourselves. All right, it's take me 1 minute. The problem when your work assistant doesn't have thumbs and is a dog. Okay, Kathy Hodges, Jeopardy right now. You guys are so funny. Kathy Hodges, I just saw your question. The name of the DSP, Thoughtful Journey. Thoughtful Journey. Yep, Thoughtful Journey. Okay, Thoughtful Journey DSP. So here we go. I cut out this image here. And interestingly, that came out. Okay, we're going to stamp the word. Sorry, I just clicked my camera. Look, I'm flustered. I'm flustered. I'm going to stamp the word hope because I know what my sentiment is going to be. Okay, and I think that you guys will like it. Hope. I'm stamping it in Mossy Meadow. Where's my... If it doesn't work, you're gonna know I didn't use my foam pad. Hope. Oh, it worked beautifully. Good. Hope. Okay. And over there for a minute before I clean it. And then I love that these words, the Unbounded Love word set. Okay, it's got hope. Aw, Trisha, thank you. It's got hope, love, faith, peace. I mean, look at all of those. Those are beautiful and really pretty fonts. But anyway, I've stamped hope, and now I'm going to do is believing in a brighter tomorrow. So I'm going to get that on there. And again, this is one that's a little bit tricky to stamp if you push too hard and if you press too hard, because it's very delicate. But I think that we can do it. Down, and then again, just my finger, okay? Just my finger pushing it. All right, look. Hope is believing in a brighter tomorrow. I love that sentiment. I think it's very, very pretty. Now, one thing I want you to know about this die, okay? You see this part? This part is the outline to the inside part. So I could lay down that and pop that up. I'll show you another example of that because I saved this one for you. This is one of those dies in the set. So it looks like it's just going to come out like that, but observe. Actually, you have this, and then you have this piece. Side note, have you ever wondered how sometimes to get these pieces out? Observe. If you are frustrated and angry at the world, if you throw it, there we go. It pops right out. How about that? So see, you can use your dies to get rid of any anger issues you may have. So this is a really neat feature of these dies, that you can have outlines in one die, oh Fiona, or you can have just the inside. I'm gonna close the door. Clearly a leaf or something has blown by. So let's get back to it here. So I'm gonna take my sentiment. I am going to pop it up with some dimensionals. We're almost done with this card. Almost done. I've got it ready to go. I'm going to put my sentiment right there. Okay. And then last thing, I just need to put a little bit of adhesive just on half of this, not on all of it, because remember, it's a unique opening. So if I put it on all of it, it's going to be a problem. Okay. Oh, you're going to love this. You're going to love it. There's the front. I've cut a piece of white. I'm going to put that on the inside so you can write your message. So if you know somebody who is struggling, who is dealing with an issue, and I know some of you guys on here, you've become my friends, and I know some of the things that you're dealing with. They're hard things. Don't underestimate the value of a card. Don't underestimate it. One final thing to make it just that much more breathtaking. How about, you know, look, I just found my label. Isn't that always how it goes? Oh well. How about some shimmer gems? Don't you think those would be fun? These are the new in color shimmer gems. They are beautiful. And so, hi Jen. I'm always glad when you're back. I'm gonna use my little take a pick tool. And, okay, I sometimes use this side. I'm gonna put that one right there. Oh, these are so pretty. And I'm gonna go with the two smaller ones with it. If you've watched me before, you know that I like to do this. Now, some of you guys might be like, I just kind of looked up on you, Julie. I did not know that I could watch you, that you do things. Well, I do. I do things. I'm like an incognito doer of things. But I do stamp. I have a YouTube channel, all of that. So anyway, I'm going to share all that stuff. We're going to talk about that later. That's going to be one of my other commercial breaks. So look how happy whenever Jen comes, so many people say hi to her. Jen, you make such a difference in the lives of people. So here we go. So here's the card. All right. I'm going to show you the one that I did ahead of time, because on this one, I tied a little linen thread on it too. So there we go. So that is card number 2. And again, the paper did the work. So card number 1. All right. And card number 2. Now, why did I choose this paper? Well, I'm going to tell you. You guys may not know, some of you do, I actually have a card club. It's called the Stampin' Shine Club, and I know that you guys are familiar with card clubs because many demonstrators do them. But if you don't know that I do a card club, maybe you're interested. So this month, my card club, thank you, Gayla. This month, my card club is going to get this paper, and they also are going to get a pack of the gems, and they're going to get a new ribbon that is a white iridescent stripe ribbon, and we're going to use that. I actually have my card club cards. This isn't one of them, but you would get the pieces for this one if you do the ordering, but these are my card club cards for this one. So very simple, but look how pretty that paper is. I mean, it just makes it look so elegant, right? So that's 1. This is 2. Card club cards are simple, and card club is a to-go or an in-person. This is 3. If you want to be in card club, what you would want to do, the Stampin' Shine Club, and this is 4. What you would want to do is you'll need to sign up by the 10th, and I'm going to have a link. You can give it a try and see. If you want to cancel, you can cancel it at any time. The stamp set isn't included, but I do always tell people if they want to order the stamp set by the 10th, they can, and I'll cover the shipping and tax. So you make 8 projects. You get a gift when you join. You make the 8 projects are 2 of each card, and you always get about $25 in swag. If you've been in it for 6 months, you get a $25 swag bag. So back to the camera, going up and back to me. Hello again. Hello again. It's so much better when I can see you guys, or I can't see you, but you can see me, so I feel like I'm seeing you. So it's so much better. So anyway, I'm going to put some card club information up in a graphic. By the way, a big shout out for some of these graphic helps. My daughter-in-law, Jackie, has done all the graphics for me. For the most part, there's a couple that she hasn't, but for the most part, she has done them all. And I am so thankful to Jackie for helping me with that. So, hi, Kathy. Anyway, so here's the card we did today. Here's the second card we did, or the first card. These are the 2 cards we did this session. And I've shown you the cards that we did the other session. So right now, if you, you should talk to Jackie because she's knocking these things out. If you decide to place an order, you get these pre-cut cards. So far, you're getting 4. Now, I'm going to tell you, my aim is 6. So the other 2 sessions, we may only be doing 1 card. Okay, but we'll see. We'll see. You never know. I might get like super creative. It could happen. It could happen. All of which to say, you'll have the card club information. You have ordering information. I have shared about joining the team, and in fact, I had somebody reach out to me during the break, and they're like, "I'm really kind of interested in that. You know, I want the discount." So I'm like, "Well, okay. If you are not a demonstrator, go back and read the post where demonstrators share the thing that they love best about being a demonstrator. You know what I love about it? Every single person, the relationships. Those are the 2 things: the relationships and the discount. The relationship and the discount. I think sometimes people think to be a demonstrator, you have to be somebody that wants to like build a big business and do all the things. And many of us know demonstrators who are lovely and who build all the things and do big businesses. But can I tell you what? The majority of demonstrators are hobby demonstrators. That's what this company is built on. People who want to learn, they want to meet people. They want a community, and they want to buy some Stampin' things at a discount. So I have a team of about 60. We're not huge compared to some, but we're bigger than most. And I'm very grateful for them. So if you have any questions about that, I would be more than happy to talk to you about it. Plus, you get a pretty awesome special from Stampin' Up! This month. So that's where we're at today. I am going to be back at 5 o'clock. Now, when I come at 5, I'm already excited. Because, okay, So 5 o'clock, I put down like happy hour Stampin', and that'll be me and like my decaf coffee or Diet Mountain Dew or water. But I can tell you this, I'm going to come back. I want to talk like a news anchor. Live at 5. It is Stampin' Shine with Julie Salva. You need to know that's going to happen. So just be prepared because that's going to happen. Live at 5. All right. I'm going to see you guys in a little bit. Have a great rest of your, well, not your days. I'm going to see you at 5. Hopefully. Okay. And if you're watching this on replay, thank you for taking the time to do it. I'll see you guys soon.